eczema, ichthyosis, and psoriasis are quite common, especially eczema, which affects something like 1 in 5 children in the UK. And the similar feature about all these skin disorders is that their skin's barrier function, which is normally controlled by the skin's outermost layer, known as stratum corneum, becomes impaired, resulting in excessive water loss. So for dermatologists, it becomes really important to track or determine hydration levels for these patients, either for diagnostic or for treatment purposes. But for many years, dermatologists have been doing this either visually, which doesn't seem appropriate for the 21st century, or through the use of devices that utilize the skin's electrical properties to provide skin hydration measurements. Now these devices, they're great and they've been very useful in the past, but the principle of the operation lacks a direct relationship with water content inside the skin. So the readings are often influenced by many factors. And also, the readings are given on an arbitrary scale, so they serve nothing more than indicators. So for my project, I used a different technique known as Near Infrared Spectroscopy. And unlike other methods or previous studies, I focused on building a reliable method or procedure that can give reproducible data. Now, this technique is completely safe and non-invasive because it simply requires infrared light to be shone on the person or sample and then performing some complex data analysis. But the results directly relate to the water content inside the skin, thus eliminating the disadvantage or the main disadvantage of the previous technique. And whilst doing this, I also found that it may be possible to analyze skin barrier function using the same technique and characterize different skin types. So rather than having to use 2 or 3 devices, it may become possible to use a single device that can evaluate multiple skin parameters. And finally, for the last stage of my project, I've been working on a device that is a miniaturized version of this technique, but that is specifically designed for skin measurements only. And I've managed to prove its first concept. So I'll continue working on this, and hopefully in the near future maybe we'll have a new device that dermatologists, cosmetologists, or even patients themselves can use to track or monitor their moisture levels, thus informing them when treatment is required and in the long run hopefully improve their quality of life.